Okay, man. While Eddie Hearn states that Wilder's win was impressive and the Anthony Joshua fight must happen next. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of the heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, was very impressed by what he saw on Saturday night. WBC world champion demolished mandatory challenger Dominic Brezeale in a single round at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Back in 2016, Brezeale lasted 7 rounds with Joshua, who was making his first defense of his IBF world title. Okay, now I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit. Now that Hearn is using this promotional savvy a little bit. Now he's staying pretty humble, in his wordplay. Still being honest and truthful in what he means, because it was a spectacular knockout. Anytime somebody gets floored in the first round in the heavyweight division, it's exciting. But I'll postpone the rest until afterward. Let's go. Should Joshua come away with the win, most expect he will, Hearn's crossing his fingers that the Wilder fight will come off next. That was an impressive win for Deontay. He's exciting to watch, Hearn told Scott Sword. He is taking care of business. Now AJ needs to do the same thing against Ruiz Jr. at Madison Square Garden on June 1st. The fight with AJ and Wilder is the biggest fights in sport. And being well into 2 weeks' time, it must happen next. No excuses. This is the fight that will change the sport globally. It is a legacy fight, and AJ wants it so bad. 2 big, fast, dangerous, and fearless world heavyweight champions that can turn the lights up with the blink of an eye. It is a must. First things first, taking care of business on the American debut on June 1st and sending a message straight back. As previously reported, Wilder may very well be ringside for Joshua's U.S. debut. I've got a lot of obligations to fulfill, Wilder said. But the date is open for me. You may see Deontay Wilder there. When it's a good scrap, a good fight that people want to see, you might find me there. I can't say right now. I can't promise you that. But when the time comes, we'll see what happens. What up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, a.k.a. Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is. Okay, now Eddie Hearn is just, expanding on the fact that, Wilder's knockout was in very spectacular fashion. I'll give him that. It was a spectacular knockout. Now, we live in a world of comparisons in the heavyweight divisions where people are going to compare this. They're going to compare apples and oranges. But really, all we want is the fight. And that's basically what Eddie Hearn is saying. I think he's holding back. He's being a little reserved in his commentary due to the fact that Wilder is being a little prima donna-ish. And he wants everybody to stroke his ego because he's been getting bashed in YouTube. He's been getting bashed in the news headlines. Everything that he stated is being recorded and spit right back at him on YouTube and various other outlets to where everything he says, there's no way he can run. And as he stated in his post conference after the Brezeale match, that the internet is undefeated, and it truly is, because anything that you say, we can hold it against you. So Eddie Hearn, I don't knock him. He is doing his job, and he's being very business savvy by staying humble, very meek, and making sure that he can get as close as he can to making this Wilder situation happen. Now, when you're doing contracts, we have to be very enticing. We got to make him an offer that he cannot refuse, in the words of Marlon Brando and The Godfather. So can he make that happen? I truly think he can, being the business individual that he is. Now, will Wilder show up at MSG? If he does, it will blow my fucking mind. But I don't believe it will happen, considering he said that he wouldn't come watch the biggest heavyweight event on American soil take place June 1st. Now, I know that he's saying that because once he's face-to-face with AJ and he feels that presence and, the room gets magnified times 10, under those shining lights, and you right there and you right in front of him. Now, words got to be born. Now we checking body language. Now we checking to see how your eyes reacting. Now we checking to see if your voice cracking, if you stuttering a little bit when you're standing in front of the man. Because I don't think that AJ is going to hold anything back on American soil in his debut and let you know. So it's best to be there because he's going to call you out while he's there. There's not any other fight that he's looking for. He wants the undisputed match. After you got that spectacular knockout, it just made fans and casuals alike salivatate a little bit more for wanting this fight. And I definitely want it. So let's just wait and see what's going to happen. That's all I got for you. This is Boxing News with your man, Mr. Two Hands Up. And as we always say, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect, though. It's the Two Hands Up show. Let's get the fight done.